Yeah.
What's going on, people? My name is Alex Elliott, and welcome back to the channel. Now, today I'm going to be talking to you about my Zaor Maestro Solo 12 desk and why I went for this desk in particular. Now, first things first, acoustics was a big part of my decision. I really wanted to get rid of any reflections that were coming off the desk and hitting my ears as much as possible. So having something simple that went straight down the middle was a really simple decision for me, because it meant that there was just nothing in the direct path of my speakers and my ears. But the other reason why I particularly went for this desk is because with all of the other desks I looked at that were built in this kind of mastering style, I don't know why this is the case, but most of them just have like no cable management whatsoever or no way of hiding the cables. And if you watch my previous video on how this studio upgrade got out of hand, you would have seen straight away that cables was a massive issue for me. There's just absolutely no cable management or way to hide the cables. So first and foremost, this was the only desk that I could see. There was a few others, but this was the main one that was affordable that actually had kind of a design which would hide all of the cables, so I can't see anything down the bottom. I can't see anything from the side. Of course, I need to fix some of this stuff, but that was like a big part of this decision. Now, I had someone ask me, why didn't I go for the 24U? And of course, main reason being I wanted to limit desk reflections, but I have to be completely honest as to why I also did get such a small desk. I'm someone, I'm honest with myself. I know myself, If I buy a 24U, I'm absolutely going to have to fill every rack space. And the reality is even when you don't need stuff, when you have empty spaces in your rack, you just absolutely have to fill it. And for me, I was like, I have to put some kind of hard limit. I had to clip it, bruv. If this is my drum bus, I had to clip it so nothing was going above a certain point. And I was like, Alex, you've got 12U at the top, and then I've also got 6U down the bottom. Now, 2U down the bottom is going to be the power conditioners. So that gives me another 4U to do something if I want. And down there, I could just have maybe recallable hardware that I don't actually have to touch. And then at the top, these pieces need to be things that I use on every single mix and that are versatile and that are diverse. I don't want to be in a situation where I'm like, you know what, sometimes if I want to boost 12K, I've got this piece of hardware. But if I want to boost 6K, I use this EQ. Listen, I know I have the tendency to become that person, and no discredit to that person. Please do with your money what you want to do with your money. But I know me, and I was like, listen, limit yourself, because limitation can be good. And I want to be able to say, listen, the API EQ, I use that for most things, and I probably want to get another 500 series EQ that's like a clean EQ, so I can use that as an alternative to the API. I've got my compressor, the IGS Valve, that does all of my drums, all of my vocals, most music things. The X-Max is super versatile, and it's also got the clipper. My mix bus goes through the Dramatic Obsidian, and then I'm probably going to expand this to a 10 rack 500 series chassis so that I can essentially get just a few more key modules. But I didn't want to get a 24U because I know I'm going to have to fill it with loads of gear that I probably don't even need. So that being said, build quality. Do you know what? Let me switch over to the digi camera. You guys don't mind if I go a little bit low quality for a second, but this camera just got the wide angle. Now, before I actually bought this desk, I did actually try out a different desk by another company, and it essentially arrived like chipped. So I sent that back straight away. And this was another example of me trying to cut corners and me trying to like save money or buy something cheaper. I've been through this before with the Gear for Music desk. I'll never go down that road again. So I was like, what is the cheapest but highest quality desk that I can get? And for me, I looked at all the other ones. Buso Audio, I nearly went with that, but like I said, there's absolutely no cable management, so it wasn't solving a fundamental problem for me. But this particular desk is the best of both worlds, but at the same time, it's chunky. This thing is heavy. It didn't take too long to build. It probably took around about, say, just over an hour, and that was with me following all of the instructions. Honestly, the build quality is absolutely solid. And I'm knocking it. And the reason I'm knocking it is because if you hear how the other desk sound when I knocked it, yeah, crazy, right? Absolutely wasn't gonna work in this studio at all. But if you're on the fence, there's not many videos on this desk on the internet, but I highly do recommend this one. Initially, I was worried about how deep it is. Do you know what I mean? It's pretty much like a meter deep, but you know, by getting rid of my old system where I had the subwoofer, I was able to push the desk back towards the wall. And then that enabled me to like not sit too far back into the room, because I have an issue where if I sit here, it's fine. If I sit there, it's like minus 10 dB at 50 hertz. So it's like I had to make sure that I could be as close to this wall as possible. So even though this desk is deep, I really do recommend just jigging your room around a little bit to kind of try and make it work. Now, if you are in the UK and you're interested in buying this desk, then I definitely recommend you go via Make Noise Pro, because there aren't too many other people that sell it. I think Thomann probably sell it, but you know, they're not an English company. So if you want to support English companies, make sure to buy it through Make Noise Pro. Now, if you do have any questions about what's in my rack, and if you do want to see any videos on anything that's in this rack, let me know in the comments down below. And if there's a particular comment that gets a lot of likes, then I'll be sure to make a video on that one for you. Other than that, my name is Alex Elliott. If you haven't already, please check out my short film, music film. I did all the music, all the visuals myself on my website, and I look forward to seeing you all next time.